So I have a feeling that several of the tour operators out there used to be educators before you started showing the world to student and youth travelers. Well, I have a story that sounds a lot like that. In 1980, my father, Lee Westcott, moved our young family here to Branson, Missouri with a vision. After being a teacher and a coach for many years in Texas, the new venture was to build a high-quality family entertainment center here in Branson. He had graduated high school here in 1955, and he knew that Branson had become a popular tourist destination through those years. So as it turned out, it was difficult to convince a bank to loan money to a guy to build a go-kart track. So, as luck would have it, the schools had a last-minute opening for a teacher-coach position. This helped us get through that first year, and it proved to be something much greater than that. My dad was very diligent during his planning periods, but many times he was actually planning his future business. Even with the help of lids from different sized jars. Those and some pencil and paper were a great design technique back then. My dad had a vision. He was initially partnering with an extended family member, but neither of them had the construction skills that they needed. He befriended an industrial shop teacher that had many of those skills, and like most people, Dwight thought my dad was crazy, and he showed very little interest in helping him get started. So finally, my dad offered Dwight potential stock in the company just to help him get open by the next summer. In the meantime, Dad reconnected with an old high school teammate that was also teaching and coaching. Dad knew that Dale had poured a lot of concrete on Table Rock Dam after he graduated high school, and he knew that he needed a good concrete man for this business. So Dale agreed to help him get started as well. Dad knew that if this new business could get off the ground, many more teachers and students seeking summer employment were going to be vital in making this business work in the coming years. So with some hesitant money from the bank and a small team of people, including members of his 8th grade basketball team, let's please try to keep that on the down low, construction was underway at the track way out there. So not only did people think that my dad was crazy and that go-karts were a short-lived fad, they also thought the location was absolutely in the middle of nowhere, which is now, of course, right in the middle of town in a great location. So it took many nights and weekends during the spring of 1981 to get ready to open for the summer. They weren't going to be able to open the building in time, so they were just going to have to open the track. Dad had it figured that they were going to have to do about 750 rides a day to make this thing work. So on that first night, Memorial Day weekend, 1981, they finally stopped selling tickets at the gate out of their nail aprons at 2 in the morning, and they'd sold over 2,000 tickets. So they decided 3 things at that point. 1, they needed more help the next day. 2, they needed to raise the price from 50 cents a ride. And 3, this thing was gonna work.